Hello, Dr. Kemp, and I'm back for the next edition of Dr. Kemp in the Kitchen. Now, I wanted to show you that I've now pulled all of the meat off the bone and cut it up into little pieces. And what we're making is what some call a Brunswick stew, what I call a pull it together stew, getting it out of the refrigerator and getting food from out of the refrigerator, just pulling it together. And so this is some meat that that I smoked on this past week, and we ate all that we wanted to consume, and rather than allowing it to just sit in the refrigerator and waste away, and then you go in the refrigerator and pull it out and throw it away or toss it to a dog or something like that, we can eat this. And what I want to do, and what I do is I make it into a stew. So if you go back and look at the previous video, you'll see that I had chicken that I had smoked. Here's a drumstick here, and got a few little bit more crumbs I can get off of here to add to it. But I got chicken, drumsticks. Here's some wings, and then I had some slices of top sirloin, and I smoked all of that meat. In fact, if you look at, there's another video that I have here on YouTube that you can go back and see, where I smoked some meat. And anyway, I enjoy doing that because it tastes so good. But let me show you what I will be doing next. I'll hold the meat to the side, and then I'll put in a pot some vegetables. I'll reach over here, and I have different vegetables that I'll include. Now over on I have a shelf here with a variety of vegetables that I'll pull out. Okay, I have some peas, so I'll throw in a couple of cans of these sweet peas here. What else do I have? Here's some Libby cut green beans. Throw in a can of those Libby cut green beans. Now I know that I also like corn. So I was looking to see if I had any corn over here. I think I'm going to have to go to my other shelf over here and get the corn. Ah, yes. So I got some corn here. I'll get a couple of cans of this. Some good stuff. So here's a couple of cans of whole kernel corn that I'll throw in the pot. See, isn't this fun? Look here. My wife bought some of my favorites. Some seasoned field peas and snaps. That's a great addition to the stew. You see how to do this? Just go to your cabinet and pull out some cans of stuff that you want to put in your stew. And that's why I'm showing you this. I didn't
I could have already gone and pulled this stuff out and then just showed it to you on the table. But this is how I actually go and do it. So I search for stuff to include in my stew. And that's pretty much it. Then I like to put some vegetables in there. Like, for example, I like to cut up an onion, put an onion in there. And see what else is in the refrigerator that I can put in. I bet my wife has something down here in the refrigerator that I can find to put in. Let's go ahead to the bottom. Let's go to the bottom drawer and see what's down here. Look at here. Look at there. See? I'll cut up one of these. I'll take that. That'll go in there. Here's some garlic. That can go in there. Carrots are good. Sometimes I have back over here. Sometimes I have a can of carrots that I can mix in. Okay. Reach down. I don't want to put a whole lot of carrots in there. Here's a can of Del Monte carrots and some more carrots. So I'll put one can. Okay. I have 2 cans of carrots. These are little small cans. I think I have enough. And then let's look at some of the spices. The spices that I'll use. One of the main spices. I'll sprinkle some A1 in. How much? I'll just sprinkle some in there. I'll sprinkle some salt, some pepper. Yeah, I know you want to know how many tablespoons, how many teaspoons. What I'll do is I'll make a cross. I'll say zoop 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 zoop. So I'll genuflex. The stew. That's what I do. Wop 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 wop. And I bless my stew with my spices. That's what I do. So that's how I do it. And then here's some minced onions. I'll genuflex there. Minced onions. And here's some minced garlic. I'll genuflex the mixed garlic. And then here is some Lawry's seasoning salt. You know what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't have to worry about tablespoons and teaspoons when I'm making this stew, because I just bless it with some seasoning. Just bless it. And that's what I want to do. And when I do that, it turns out delicious every time. Now, of course, I already showed you that I'm going to be using the ragu. And I like to use the chunky ragu, the tomato, garlic, and onion variety. This is what I like. I like to use this. Now, shake it up real good so you can, and then also, now this is very important. Very important. With this amount of stew, you want to use at least, and when you because of the ragu makes things kind of a little bitter, but it gives you good flavor. So you want to use at least I measure this, at least a cup of sugar, up to a cup and a half of sugar, depending on the taste of your sauce. Before you put the meat in, before you put the meat into your pot, you want to check your the taste of your sauce after you've mixed things together, and you want to see is it how is it, and if it's not sweet enough, then you add another half a cup of sugar. So I start off with 1 cup of sugar, and then I'll try it out, and then if it's not sweet enough for me, to my taste, then I'll add another half a cup of sugar. You don't want to add too much sugar because because your stew will be too sweet. But you do want to add some sugar because the ragu will bitter up the taste of it, and you want it to taste good. Now, how much ragu do you use? Well, this is like a half a bottle here. So what my son is on his way to the store, so he's gonna bring me another full bottle of the ragu, and so I'll use a full bottle of ragu. That's what we'll use. So at least 1 bottle of this. This is 45 ounces. This is a 45-ounce bottle. So I'll use 1 of these. In fact, I'll just open this and use this, half of this, and I'll use half of the one that he brings. All right. And for texture purposes, I'll cut this up and add this to it, dice it, and add this to the stew as well. All right. So until the next video, when we'll go over to the stove and we'll start putting things together. Dr. Kemp in the kitchen saying, I'll see you in the next video.